Hello everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. Gonna go ahead and continue with where we left off last time with Ace Attorney Chronicles Case 5. Hopefully you'll enjoy what we have today. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens as well. This entire case has been pretty weird though. The the way they've been. They seem weirdly obsessed with death in this case. It's a little off-putting, but let's continue. Hello. If I recall, last time we were talking about the music disc that Shioms apparently managed to reproduce it somehow. I'm like, how did you manage to actually do that? It's kind of interesting I'm not really sure, how he would manage to do that. I don't know. Okay.
I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard.
Quite correct.
And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this.
I forgot what his voice is supposed to be. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes.
Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if
I'm not mistaken. All around me are familiar faces.
If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking out whatever it is and killed it down to the yard, thank you. So hand it over.
Oh, yeah, of course.
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate.
Terry worry.
It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not?
Yes. Yes, you did. But not understando.
It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action.
Question mark. Wait, your one and only friend? What about Iris? Is she not your friend? Thinking. Well, technically she's your guardian, I guess. I don't know.
Press the disc into a pair of bars. Like this. That's amazing! The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know.
Wait, he... Huh? Interesting.
Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution.
How extraordinary. That's what I want to know. What does it taste like? Is it good? Is it garbage? Does it taste like Beijing corn?
Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take house key, for example. A simple press in its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment.
That's illegal. That's illegal, you know.
Yes.
I didn't expect them to just be like, yes, that is illegal. Okay.
Yes, it sounds illegal.
No, he said it's resistant to melting. It doesn't melt.
From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played.
So what's on it? I want to know. Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes, what music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea.
Why are you like this?
No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows?
No, I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Runo?
No. Why would he?
Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music boxes to be invented use a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it. That's kind of cool.
But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present.
But it is the very success of the invention that means we're now presented with an insurmountable problem.
What do you mean?
As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Ah, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail.
That almost sounded like Doki Doki for a couple of seconds there.
The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one.
This is like horror. This is like Silent Hill level, like I'm wandering around in the dark. There's a huge beast chasing behind me, eager to destroy and devour me. What can I find? Surely there's a weapon around here. There are no weapons. There is no hope. Only darkness.
So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
How much money does this guy have? That is a lot of money. That is far too much money. Every single one? That's early for you. Always taking things too far.
But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution.
Ah, there's his voice.
But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it?
I'm trying to do Dionysia's voice more consistently now instead of just during the thingies.
Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room.
What? You can't kick us out? That's rude. Don't do that. We don't have anywhere else to go. Don't be mean. Don't be like this. I thought we were friends. Good. Okay, let's talk about Met. This is also true. He has a Stradivarius and is loaded.
Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear so again so soon. Yeah, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case.
Things were lit on fire.
Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion.
Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows. Still now. It's a cool picture of him, though. corn kernels? Hello again, Brutal. How are you? Nice to see you, chap. Hello. Ooh. This is Ace Attorney Chronicles. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. The Chronicles bit is important because there's adventures, I think, is the second part of this. It's a 2-in-1 game. There's 5 cases in Chronicles and 5 in adventures. If McGilded was only stuffed with corn kernels before the fire. Thank you. It's good to hear you. It's good to see you again as well. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. Also, this guy is Dracula. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Well, he's not actually Dracula, but he is clearly a Dracula homage, including the wine throwing. It's amazing.
Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial,
the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. So, how's your day?
the murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. I still have no idea what really happened that night.
Yes. You can use it. You can redeem it. They're channel points. You can make sounds play on stream. Some of the more expensive ones play more interesting songs. You can unlock sub-emotes. You can modify emotes, and you can even get me to say stuff for you. If you save up enough, you can even pick a game for me to play.
And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Yes, it is not. Oh, Iris. Well, I think it's time I started getting things ready for dinner. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker.
Again, this guy left a Stradivarius with a pawnbroker. Don't be like that. Okay? We good? Don't do that.
Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windibank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he?
Hi, Yuya. Hi, Yuki. I had cake earlier. It was wonderful. I want more cake.
Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe.
Yay, thank yous. So, you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh, yes. The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom, gathering dust.
My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker storeroom is the safest place for it, more secure than a bank's vault.
And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up.
You, try doing exclamation point lurk.
Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of Baskervilles. I should love to read it. Question mark. Ah. Ah. There's no one for tofu. What did you think it would do? Ah. Ah. Ah.
What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles? But how could you know the full title? Well, that's
because Mrs. Otto is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course.
But Reno, the Hound of the Baskervilles, has never been published. What? Oh no. When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. I don't understand. That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript is at Windibanks?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
Ah! Everyone's just like, ah! What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Miss Lestrade!
This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going! Teleport.
No, wait! Stop! Come back! Miss Lestrade! We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris?
Oh yes, just right there, Guinea. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please, make yourself at home.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer.
Meddlesome it is, then. Kitty! Kitty. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as we came to call her, taught us how to steal things from one another without being noticed. One of these things is not like the others. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. "15th of April, 9:34 p.m. at Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy." I like making cat noises. It's fun.
That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine.
I feel as though I could still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder?
What's the matter, Suzada?
It's about the telegram I received.
Ah. The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose?
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we have to start preparing at once!
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel uneasy.
Knock, knock. Who's that knocking at my chamber door? Good evening, friends.
Ah, Iris. Hello again.
Oh, Gina's here too. And Gina too. Yes, Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny?
Well, yeah.
How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Okay, see you soon, you cake. Well, you see, I came to return this.
Wait, what? That's mine!
Oh my!
Emotional, damn it!
However did you?
She actually... Wow. Iris is OP. Stealth 100. I can steal your armband from off of your arm without you noticing. Stealth 100, Thievery 100, Silence 100.
I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Now that I really understand why you wear it, though. Ah, thank you. Alright then, good night.
Yes, good night.
So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny?
Think I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this.
Hi, Clown. How are you today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Yes, me too. Okay, see you later. Hope you enjoy your dinner. Take care.
Seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yeah, I suppose she probably does.
Let's talk about the manuscript then. Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm sorry. So sorry. I need a little more time, please. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what all this is about, really, but it's a story you made up, is it, Iris? That is manuscript or whatever you call it? It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner. Eh? They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. As surprised as you are, though.
Domino's is good. They make surprisingly good pizza for surprisingly cheap. At least the one around here does. I've been to other Domino's that it's been like absolute failure, garbage, not worth the kit, not worth its weight in Beijing corn. Throw it in the garbage where it belongs. Taste factor lower than your IQ. One of the ones I had in Arizona was really, really bad. And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now, then? He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land. And he'll be gone a very long time. So, I've never really met him. Oh, right. Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her.
Iris, this Hound of the Baskerville story? Take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean.
Oh? How?
I don't really know. But it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So, please, do not ask me.
Alright then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windybank, isn't it?
Yes. Hurley said that it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. It's mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean.
Eh?
He said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it. I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
Oh, right, I need to do the thingy. You lot are too trusting for your own good. Did I miss a line or two? No, I didn't. Oh, I did. Suzato said that she thinks so too. But I can't pull the wool over Mars. Sholmes is lying at ours. I bet my life on it. What? Hurley's lying to me? Can I talk to Gina?
Yes, I can. Nice.
Nice. Let's talk to her about her parents first.
I realize that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Look, Leavesden's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our mums. But we all stick together. Older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. No, dolphins are my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's all we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I say it. Oh, Kina. I do think about it sometimes. What would be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But I haven't listened to what Oris just said. Sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh? I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris. What about Sholmes' lie?
Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris?
Well, he reckons that report at manuscript or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really in Oak Windybank storeroom, there's no way someone halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Huh. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realised it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Windybanks. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, all right. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Night then, Iris. Night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night as well, Naruhodo-san.
Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University.
can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on.
Sleepy time.
Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. Who is it? That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in our SS room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour?
Gah.
If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow.
What's outside? What's all this thing?
Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? At the pawnbroker's, no less. That's Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Windybank's? Oh no!
The unspeakable story. She's investigating it.
Could Gina have gone? It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruto. Sorry, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate.
At once.
Miss Susato!
Yes. Let's go. Gotta sprint. Gotta go fast.
16th of April at 1:14 in the morning on Baker Street. The door to Windybank's. It's open! And the lamp is burning. Must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside.
Everyone, run down the street. Gotta go fast. Also, call the police.
There's no one here. Oh, yes, there is. Oh, shit!
Ah, Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
What the? Has Holmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. But, after them, go! Right! Blast it! I've lost him!
Hello, what have we here?
Alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me! It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot! Shot?
It's a Bobby. Hello, Llama.
How are you? With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windybank's. How are you today? Hope you're having a good day. Oh, enemy scene.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruto,
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
Answer you after the cutscene.
It's Gina!
Well, that escalated incredibly quickly. And my day has been very tiring. I had a lot of stress. It's been a very stressful day. That escalated incredibly quickly.
Bleh. Bleh.
After them, go!
Behind the mystic door. In the storeroom. Hurry! I'm surprised they bothered reanimating all of this. It's Gina. Oh, and she has the gun in her hand. Oh, this is going to be a very, very hard case. Oof. Caught red-handed with the murder weapon in her hand in a locked room in a locked room with the murder victim. Oof. From that moment, Windybank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn, before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221 Baker Street. "16th of April at 6:21 in the morning. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy, back at base." Oh, Iris. A telegram came, but all it said was, "Wait at home." Oh, yeah, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Guinea were gone. Everyone was gone.
What happened, Runo? Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful has happened, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead.
What?
He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning.
Oh no. Oh, I had a feeling.
You did?
Well, I saw all of those police carriages pulling up alongside his shop. So I knew something must have happened there.
When we entered Windybanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them, but they got away.
So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windybank, I suppose.
I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Oh? Why not?
They've arrested someone else, their prime suspect, you see. Gina.
Ginny? But why?
Well, the thing is...
No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that.
I know. None of us think she did it.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry, there was nothing I could do.
It's a locked room murder mystery. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the 2 thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Harley dead, didn't they?
No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris.
This is all so horrible.
The thing is, Mr. Windybank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well.
Oh no!
And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards...
Don't tell me there was no one else in the room.
Yep, exactly. How'd you know?
It's the only explanation.
Yep, the only one indeed.
What do you mean by that, Runo? Well? What can I say?
Damned if I agree, damned if I don't.
Let's talk about Sholmes. He seems okay. So, where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? You really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. Ooh, strawberry dragon fruit green tea. That sounds amazing. All I have is like pineapple and orange. I made interesting tea today. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr.
And
Shaw.
remember,
Thank you.
hydrate or die.
Mr. Windibank sure died. Clearly he didn't drink enough.
He was taken to a hospital this morning.
What?
Well, when we entered Windibanks, a gun was fired and, he took a bullet.
What, Hurley was shot? No.
It's alright, his life isn't in danger.
Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital?
He's at St. Sinners. They're tending to him there.
I must see him at once.
Sorry, Iris, but you can't.
Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see.
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Windibank's shop. They shot Mr. Shums when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them, go!
Go.
After that, I ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away.
I think that's a very good thing.
Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, you know. Gah. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris.
What about Susato-chan? Where's Soon is Rono?
She's still at the police station.
Oh, why?
I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while.
Why aren't you there then?
Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. Miss Susato? Oops, excuse me. And Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Shulm, so they didn't get started until later.
Oh, I see.
Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. Glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early.
You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station.
Afraid I can't let you do that. Afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Shums and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Runo. Okay. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting.
Not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her all alone here either.
Decisions.
I have a feeling she's probably already said seen dead corpses. That was very redundant. I said dead corpses. Yes, corpses are dead. I am in small brain mode. Hi, Archuluman. How are you? Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me.
Oh yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Shums is probably...
Oh wait, sorry. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Shums is probably in a hospital bed.
I'm okay. And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
Ah, I can see you're ready for action. Imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Today was very stressful, but at least it's fine now. Oh, she has little comments for every location.
Okay. She says, haven't been to this place yet. Don't forget to take me with you when you go. It's always a bit quiet when Hurley's not around. I love attic rooms, don't you? They're so exciting. This place feels different to normal today for some reason. You know, I think a visit to this place could be a good idea. Okay, let's go to the hospital.
I feel like I want a sequence break just because they're like, you know. You know, you should probably go to the hospital first. But every time, like, people tell me that, like, if I get instructions on something and they're like, you should probably do this thing first. Every time that happens, I'm, like, immediately like, you know, you're just gonna make me want a sequence break and go somewhere else first, right? I mean, in this case, like, the game is usually just pretty straightforward, giving you hints, But also, if I look at, like, Sholmes' suite, she's, like, it's quiet. She has something that I've been, like, interested in looking at. I don't know where it is, though. Let's see. Now that Iris is my partner, I wonder if, like, she has input on things that is different from, Suzawa. Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk. It's completely clear. It's totally different without the enormous machine.
Hurley lives in an absolute mess all the time.
She does have extra dialogue. Let's go.
He never notices why things go missing.
Even Mr. Sholmes must have noticed that huge lump of metal is no longer there, surely. It makes me happy that she has extra dialogue for examining things. It makes me so happy. Now this really is Mr. Sholmes' faithful performing partner then. The Strappy Scar. The Scrapifarius. No, it's no good. It's no use. It's gone. The virtuoso's violin that he found in a pawnbroker's and managed to buy for next to nothing.
I hope Hurley gets well soon. I miss hearing his violin playing already.
Oh, Iris, I'm sure he will. Fire's burning comfortingly in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow.
Hurley's been working on his disguises recently. He's been dressing as a woman mainly.
Really? Mr. Sholmes dresses in women's clothes?
Yes, you see the lady in that photographic print on the mantelpiece? That's Hurley.
He's quite stunning. I like how, you know, Inosuke's like, dang, I like. This is where you note down ideas, isn't it, Iris? Let's see, what does it say today? Ah, the Boscombe Valley Mystery.
We visited Boscombe Valley recently for a picnic, you see, but I forgot to bring the tea. So when Hurley became thirsty, he decided to drink from Boscombe Pool. He gave himself an awful tummy ache.
Oh dear. Don't drink from public pools. Very bad idea.
Hurley sat there miserable as can be in that field of flowers after that, just like when you saw him yesterday.
That really is an unsavory tale. Come to think of it, I haven't seen you doing much writing recently, Iris. There's paper already set up in the typewriter, I notice. As if you're about to start.
I'm a little bit stuck for a new story idea, actually.
Well, you could consider using what happened to Mr. Natsume, perhaps?
Oh yes, that's a fabulous idea, and a great title has just popped into my head as well. The Adventure of the Catty Man. How's that, Runo?
Why? Why are you like this? You had such good titles for, like, everything else. And then you come up with this. I can smell the failure. It's so bad. Why? I'm glad that, like, he doesn't even respond. He's just like, head rotate to 90 degrees. Just, I refuse. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Well, I guess they want me to go to the hospital. I guess I'll go to the hospital. Let's see. "16th of April, St. Sinners Hospital, Ward number 3.
Hurley.
Oh? There's a note.
He's not here.
No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home.
I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholm suffered.
Oh.
Hello, what have we here?
This ward is off limits, no visiting. So what are you doing in here?
Hi, Bobby. Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
Eh? Oh, well, begging your pardon, ma'am, sir. A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. A great mystery solvers and mysterious family, eh?
If that's how you see us, sure?
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he's currently in the operating theatre, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive?
It's been several hours since it went in.
Oh dear, is he going to be alright?
Well, don't appear to be working, you see. The anaesthetic, that is.
Oof! Oof, pain pickle, pain pickle! Oh, that is so pain pickle! Oh, that makes me chilly.
Big surgeries with, like, no anesthetic. I know that... oh, interesting Ari's fact of the day. There is a doctor who there are a couple of doctors who specialize in doing surgery without anesthetic. And they've figured out, like, techniques to do it, but, like, they can't operate for more than... I think the absolute upper limit that she had was, like, 6 hours. Because, like, they have to give you other stuff that, like, numbs you out so that you don't go into, like, a nerve shock. And it's designed for people who are either, like, allergic to anesthetic or would have, like, a bad reaction, or people who are too afraid to, like, who want the surgery but are so afraid of anesthetic that they would rather have the surgery without anesthetic. So there are a couple of doctors who actually specialize in this. It's absolutely crazy what they have to do, though. So, you should take anesthetic if you have surgery. Just saying. It is exponentially more difficult to do it if you are not under.
Ari's random fact of the day.
I like how I keep, like, at work, there's a fact board where you can put these sorts of things down, and I always blink whenever I look at it. But it's like, I have so many random interesting facts. I just need to, I just need a trigger.
Why you like this?
Why am I like this? What do you mean?
Good.
Oh, that's a bad one too, Archlumen. Yikes. That would be absolutely terrifying.
Oh.
I've heard a report that a gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is.
That's it, really.
Anyway, I think it'd be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet.
I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later.
Oh, poor Hurley.
Is there anything interesting that we can examine here? Yeah, I think, like, your heart rate would spike if that were the case. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed.
Poor Hurley.
I know, it looks as stiff as a board, doesn't it? Oh, I don't think that would bother him. No?
I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world.
I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. Okay, there isn't really. Oh, what's this? There's a notice board on the wall here. Look, let's see. What does it say?
Tell me, tell me.
For them not to, them not caring seems like that would be medical like misconduct, and you could sue the crap out of them for that. That just seems like that would be asking for so much trouble if you like didn't double check everything as a doctor. Like you would lose your license for that sort of thing. That would be considered malpractice probably. Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron.
Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine.
Excuse me, what? What? Excuse me? I don't believe I heard you correctly. Could you repeat that? They have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine. One, why would you have vermin in a hospital? That's incredibly unsanitary and very dangerous and probably breaks about 3 different medical laws and building codes. And why would they like to eat the medicine? I don't understand. Wow, that is a statement.
If you don't deal with them, then there's nothing left to treat the patients.
You mean they'll eat all of it?
But why?
Rats and mice? Oh, I see. And he just takes it sitting down. Like, oh yeah, I understand that this is an old building. Okay, cool.
But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear.
I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholmes' sake. I legitimately don't know how to feel about this. Let's go to the prison. Yeah, but like, there's a difference between like people like getting high, I guess. But like, they generally know that they're trying to get high, not just, oh cool, there's medicine. Let me just eat all the medicine. Anyway, 16th of April, local prison, cell 13. Hello, Ginny. How are you? Don't shoot me.
Oh, you still have the grenade around your hurling I made.
I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What were you here for?
Ginny?
I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you.
Well, you can't.
Sorry? I know, right? You would think they'd disarm her.
You hurt me. Get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one.
Oof. Oof. That's a mean thing to say to your friends.
Yikes.
That's pain peckle.
Good.
That's actually good. That would hurt my heart.
Good. You ain't got a first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay my hands on. Got it? That's the kind of person I am.
Wait, why does it feel like she's just trying to like make sure that we don't get hurt by association? And she's actually trying to be nice.
But, Ginny...
Especially knowing that like she does this for the kids at the orphanage. Feels like one of those hurt people to push them away cliches.
I'm being caught tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me, like, said it was my right or something. I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one.
She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried.
Why are you being like this, Ginny? Legal rep. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away?
I'm making a reference with that, by the way.
He wanted me to sign some papers. Representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway. A whole trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do.
Why do you think that?
Cause that's how it always been for me growing up in the back slums. If you do what grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse.
She is... Yes, Archer Lemon, she is 17. So she is technically not an adult. She is legally not an adult.
I've had it happen to me before and all, and sold out nearly snaffled on the back of it. Can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, gone to grass. Dead.
Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial I could...
Forget it. Jenny.
And Iris is 10. The girl with the pink hair is 10.
Don't you trust Bruno? No, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. No, what happened? Tell me what happened.
Last night at the pawnbroker's, what happened?
There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. But why, Ginny? Why would you do that? Ain't obvious. A place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work and half the time you don't even get nothing.
Is that really why you broke into the place?
What? You what, mate?
You sure the true reason wasn't something else?
Oh, give it a rest. What would be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please, tell us, Ginny. We believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? That would be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time.
Yay, congrats on getting your pizza. I want pizza, but I can't have pizza today, but I would love pizza. Pizza would be absolutely lovely right about now.
And you know what? When it comes to lies, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
Oh no, I'm stuck. I can't remember. What did you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help.
Sorry. We're out of time. Everyone want to question me now. Jenny, please. Oh, yeah. I want to give you this. Something to remember me by. It's Kitty. It's Happy Kitty with Snowflake. Photograph of an adorable kitty. Look at this photograph. Found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in the pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Jenny. The white cat photograph has been added into the court record. Guess we're done here. Let's examine the picture. Look on the back of this print. There's something written on it. 13th of February, 9 p.m. Article deposited 1 small box. Loan amount paid 10 shillings. Redemption deadline 13th of April at 9 p.m.
So this photographic print is a redemption ticket?
13th of February? That could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder of the omnibus, wasn't it?
A small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Oh no. If Mr. McGilda still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop?
Ah, you're right. It's something McGilda deposited. We need to investigate.
The white cat photograph's information has been updated in the court record.
I just wanted to do it in a different accent for once. Oh, we have our thingy. We have our next step. We can go look for the thingy. 16th of April at Windybanks Pawnbrokery. The box might even still be here. Maybe it's that green box over there, on top of the blue thingy.
This is what happened then, last night.
That's right. The 2 thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables.
But, apart from the policeman here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance.
No, you're right about that, actually.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black.
Oh, I heard that.
Oh, Inspector, good morning.
I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. Got what was seen before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you let the 2 rogues get away, mind.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. I tried, but I'm slow.
I thought you'd assigned extra men to the beats around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Ah! He's just like, ah!
Your ladyship! No one told me you.
I'm sorry. His reaction.
No one told me you were coming.
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see that he has the very best medical care.
Yes, those are like fried potatoes in a newspaper roll in his hands, and he can eat the middle one and it like pops back out. It's like there's a portal in the newspaper that he pops infinite potatoes out of. It's great.
Of course, your ladyship. Best doctors in the capital are attending to him as we speak.
And I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
It's Chips.
Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say.
Wow, he took his hat off. Such simp. Much wow.
The jet in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that.
Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change.
Oh, wait a minute, manners. Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you like some juice? Some nice refreshing fruit juice?
This is so creepy. This case is so weird. Also, her being smug about it.
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gregsy?
Oh.
Are you thirsty? I have some special herbal tea with me if you'd like some.
Oh, he's got the pinky up.
He's got the pinky up. Glug, 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 glug.
Ah, lovely. Tell you what, I really hit a spot, your ladyship.
Who is this and what have you done with Gregson? I don't even recognize him like this.
It's big potato.
So, how's the investigation going, Inspector?
Nothing to it, really. Simple case, this. Here's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to torch that devil we arrested last night, in fact.
Gina, you're gonna charge her?
That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
I don't know why I feel like I'm messing up his accent now.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige her, I'm afraid.
I see. You've already captured the pair of dogs who broke in here last night, have you?
What?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How? How could you? How? How could you possibly know that?
Oh, also, Iris is the true deductive genius.
I had a feeling, that's all.
Remind me never to try and keep a secret from Iris. She has Holmes's, like, the legendary Holmes's intuition, but she has it with, like, in spades. So, you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you?
Well, yeah. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. And Miss Lestrade has been held.
Oh, wait, and Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison?
He should be. I was assuming she hasn't left the key from the jailer, of course.
See? Magical! He eats the whole thing. And it's like, boop! Another one comes out.
Imagine if you could do that. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential.
Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Sinners. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. Not visiting at all.
Oh.
Whoa, that was a really fast, like, whoosh. His hat is now gone.
The bullet must have hit an artery in his midgist. He lost a fair bit of blood.
Good. Oh no.
It didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pipe down.
Mr. Sholmes is a human like everyone else, you know. Well, he teleports a lot. I don't know about that.
Well, anyway, he's been having emergency surgery right now. Got to stop the bleeding.
But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better.
Of course, your ladyship. He'll be right as rain before you know it.
Really? How do you know?
How do I know? Well, because of course. Oh yeah, because Mr. Soames is such a great detective, I swore.
You'd better pray the doctor found a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again than this guy.
Oh dear, please don't die, Hurley.
I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theatre.
I gotta like figure out how to do his voice more consistently. I couldn't help noticing Inspector.
Whoa, out with it, sunshine.
There we go. Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and talk to Iris.
What's the sauce, sonny? I'm a copper and we don't go in for favoritism.
Watch the sauce, Sonny.
But he's right. You do treat us differently.
It's 'cause those adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories, that's why.
Oh?
I crop in on, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Oh, well, yes, because you're acquaintance of Hurley's.
What'd you write about the inspector, Iris?
I don't remember really.
It was one of Sholmes's lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you.
Ooh, that's amazing.
All 'cause everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Sherlock Holmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me.
Oh no, that's a different person's voice. Oops.
Of course, that explains everything. It's around that time that you became such a toady to me.
Can't you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? Nah, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what will happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? Old Dane gives me the willies. Can't tell you how many nights I've lost to worrying about it.
Just like yum 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 yum. But that would never happen, Gregsy.
Every month when the new Rouse magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves. Coca-Cola.
Lovely. Tell you much. I really hit a sport, your ladyship.
Teetotal. Oh, that is such a good pun. Oh, this one's so good. This one's actually a really good pun. Teetotal. Oh, that one's good. Props to the writers for this one. That one was actually amazing. Really good job.
Oh, yeah, that's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes? What is it?
Got an important message for you. Clean forgot about it until now.
An important message? Wonder what it could be. Gotta figure out how to, like, get back into Rio's voice, too. Gonna tell me what this important message is, then, Inspector?
Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant.
Dear Susie, is she alright?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I think.
Nope, not anymore. She had to head off.
Head off? Where?
Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her. Yeah, I'd forgotten. One of the whipstocks took her down to York Cad after we finished questioning her. What she asked us to tell you she didn't have to fare for the return journey and to go to meet her there. She's got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' messaging service.
See? He can eat the whole thing and then just pop it back up. It's amazing.
I want one like that. And it's like soft and crunchy every time. It's amazing.
I want infinite chips.
see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Why did Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice?
She didn't tell me. I'd better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away.
Okay.
We know where we're going next.
Crickety and his friends are working hard at the investigation, aren't they? Yes, they are. Susie's waiting. We need to go and meet her.
Okie dokie. "16th of April at the British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office."
Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow.
Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal.
How?
I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
Maybe it thinks the same about you. So, everything is clear with regards to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust. I'm assuming that's the...
Yes, thank you very much. I'm assuming that's Susato talking to person.
I was right.
There they are. Susato-san and Large Strongheart.
Long, strong boy.
I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland.
Oh no. No, Susato, please. Come back. Don't go. I need you. I need you to help me. Don't get deported. No. I need you. You're my bestie.
Wait, what did he just say? You return to your homeland? Susato-san!
What? What? I need to make a shock to Aki.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
What was that all about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why are we talking about Miss Susato's return to her homeland? In tomorrow?
Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial?
You mean she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. Everyone is sad.
Susie, what?
Mrs. Susato, what's this about?
Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan.
You said that like that's not a big deal.
Why? It's a big deal. Your life here will continue just as...
That's not what I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving?
It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no!
Professor Mikotoba? If I may...
Sorry?
You must be the defendant, Rinosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yumei University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day.
I don't believe it! As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's Kuppyo, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Mr. Zato's departure as much as possible. Yeah, absolutely.
I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. Can't believe this is happening. What about Gina's trial? So, Gina has been charged? She'll have to appear in court?
Yeah, she was formally charged a few hours ago. The date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow.
No! Not even 24 hours later?
Gina? Ah, the Lestrade girl in the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed, missed murder, made a robbery, and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, yes, Lord Strongboy?
In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave. Now.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell the most palatable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their own truths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend.
Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It is no concern of yours, though I'm sure need not remind you of that.
Gah. Long strong boy is mean.
3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me.
There's just one more thing, long strong boy.
Which is?
It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her?
A timely suggestion.
Sorry?
The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair. Yeah, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right.
Why?
A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison.
Yes, thank you.
Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you.
Goodbye. What a day. Oh, what a day. Gina charged with murder. Susato-san about to leave. Come, Mr. Naruhodo, Iris, we must make haste.
But, Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do?
And remember,
Oh, thank you, Ronnie. I will do that right now.
hydrate or die.
Oh boy. Oh, my legs are frozen again. Gah. You're really good at doing these. Thank you. Oh. Thank you very much. That was... I needed that. I needed that a lot. Ugh. Oh my god, everything hurts. As Mr. Nodohodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Otto.
It's a very pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. If I'm honest, this is me completely thrown off. I'll just have to do what I can as a lawyer. It's got excellent timing. Ginny must be getting lonely. 16th of April, local prison, cell number 13. Wow, she's in the 13th cell. How unlucky. Hello again, Gina. They are so proud of that loading animation. What are you here, lot? What are you lot here for now? To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously. I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I? Look! You can come as many times as you like, I ain't got nothing more to say to you. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I would like to say. You what? I am sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, what? I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Nodohodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you.
Oh, it's my fault.
Yes, so I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you.
Eh?
Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be.
What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh?
You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Nodohodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as the judicial assistant. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing really heavily on her mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted? He was very smug. Ah! The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about?
Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied.
I lied like you wouldn't believe.
Will you tell us about it now?
I am very interested to hear what this is about. The plot thickens ever so much. I'm excited. Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and showed me in the witness stand.
And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilda was declared innocent.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff.
I knew it.
What sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in our little cubby hole. I couldn't see a thing. And then... thud. I heard out loud thud, like someone falling on the floor.
And that's when Mr. McGilda discovered you?
Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead guy. I wasn't much light to see by, but when I looked at my hands, I had the cub's blood all over him. I was so scared I couldn't even speak.
You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight.
And then Mr. McGilda started asking you questions, I suppose? Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat. Yeah, I did. Only, that's not all.
What do you mean?
I mean, he threatened me.
Threatened you how?
He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I'd heard. And about what we was going to do after the cove was found dead. Hi Shreed, how are you? Good to see you. It's been a while. Been super busy this week. Hopefully you're having a good day. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarp before coppers showed up. Think he is. Lurky lurk. I added a thingy for lurking. Thinkies.
Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything.
Ooh, what did we see?
You said Mr. McGilda made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you?
Yes, with Mr. McGilda sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I thought of the cove hitting the floor. I let out a little scream, see? Couldn't help it. Gilda did that and dragged me out by my arm. And that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer what had been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny.
A disc? Do you mean...
Okay, thankies. Have a good thinkies. I'll sit. Oh, and what the day took off me at Wendy Banks.
So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus?
Not for long. McGilda spotted it straight away. He picked it up smartish and stuffed it in his inside pocket.
So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder.
And the bog trotter told me. I weren't to mutter a word of it to no one. Whoa. The plot thickens even further. Of course it was so dark under that seat in the cab. I was straining my ears the whole time. After all, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was Mr. McGilda getting on board. Nah, not only him. Oh? Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. Oh wow. Wow, surprise. In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilda and the victim.
Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason.
In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilda claimed that he slept during the carriage ride.
But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I always succumb to it.
And your own tenuous testimony, Gina, supported his. All I could hear was the horseman snoring. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear him talking the whole time in low voices.
What? What were they talking about?
Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGildet and the victim knew each other.
So McGildet was lying as I suspected.
What about after the event? I knew it weren't going to take long before someone raised the alarm that a bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGildet told me to haul it back onto the seat again. Climbed in and waited. The two coves from up top ran off to get the coppers.
Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
Right, and after they'd gone, McGildet asked the driver to do him a favour. A favour?
Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. Aye, I'll give you 10 guineas. A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street?
Yup, you got it. It was one of the banks. The coachee snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as it could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. We gilded up in the box under the seat and let me get out of there, but not without conditions. I see. What are these conditions? What were the conditions for letting you go free? Not telling a soul, not for anything, about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well.
There's more?
But wait, there's more. Yeah, this is the most important thing, he said.
I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me, with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all at all?
You asked him to go pop your ways, alright?
Aye, the fiend's taken me over to deposit with a pawnbroker hereabouts. And I want you lass to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand?
What? You want me to have a ticket?
That's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later, sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it.
Alright then.
And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shops when the bank so it is, and you're to extend a loan before the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited and any old fiend could come along and buy it.
But I ain't got that kind of brass.
Here's £5. That should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now, if you go against me.
Yeah, I get it.
Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt.
The coppers?
Aye. They'll come asking you to take the stand in court, to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What'll it be, what it is that you might say, and what it is that you won't?
After he'd gone over it all, I piked it. Got as far away from there as I could. He had the pawnbroker's ticket in some brochures near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark.
So McGill had planned it and coerced Gina into giving false testimony.
This is like so good. This is such a good twist. What a twist! Oh, I should add that as a blurb. What a twist. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied in that big old courtroom. Told some corkers. Thing is, he said he would make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting both together. So you mean Mr. McGilded would have... In an heartbeat, he could have had a lot of us chased out of there if he wanted. And then where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere, I swear. So, I didn't have no choice.
Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything.
But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid.
Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor.
Favour? What?
Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial.
Eh?
If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us.
Investigate what?
The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see.
You what? Oh, he's having a big operation right now, Ginny. Is it bad? Is it gonna be alright? Sholmes are gonna be alright, right?
That's why I want to investigate. For Mr. Sholmes' shake as much as anything.
I have not been to the UK before. Have you? Right. So what we're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it?
Something like that. Miss Susato?
Oh, you live in the UK, that's cool! Is London as foggy as they claim it to be in this game? Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here. How so? Oh, that's cool. I wanna go to super foggy places. That sounds like it would be cool. I don't need no one to stick up for me though. No lawyer, nothing. The clouds, they come for me. They come to judge you for your sins. Bow to the cloud and face thine judgment. Ask not for whom the cloud comes, for it comes for thee. I don't know what I'm on about. I'm just derpy today. I'm also incredibly sleep deprived. Like, I'm probably just gonna go to bed after I'm done streaming and just, like, die. Poor Guinea. She seems so lonely. Gina's representation papers have been entered into the court record.
Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Windybanks now.
Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny when we're done there. McGilded has a fun accent. I like doing his accent.
I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And I have our representation papers. No one else just knows what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Windybanks.
You get used to the cloudiness. I guess that's kind of like the downside of it being a regular thing. You kind of get used to it.
Although something tells me he's not going to be happy about it.
To be continued. Ooh. Let's save. This feels like it's gonna be a really, really long case. Like, especially because, like, all of the rest of the cases were, like, really short. They've been, like, no longer than, like, 4 parts. And, like, the 4th part was, like, the trial, basically. Or, like, at this point, we haven't even gotten to the trial yet, and it's already part 4. This feels like it's gonna be, like, a really long case. You what, mate? You wanna go? You wanna have a tizzy?
here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them.
I was kidding. Why, don't hit me. I want to defend myself and I don't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, that reminds me. I want to pin what I said about g. Where is it? G. It's pretty high up. Oh, rolling through chat is causing me to like skip things. Okay, let's try. Where is it? There, I found it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 16th April, 1:26 p.m. at Wendy Banks Park.
Here we are again at the scene of the crime.
Now, thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them.
Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please?
What was it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers.
Your ladyship!
How?
I don't believe it! How the devil you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you. That is good work, that is.
I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Gotta drink the tea with your pinky out, always. Pinky out? Never doubt.
Oh, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes. I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship.
Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then?
Do as you please. You know where it happened. Who that door behind the counter?
Oh, that scared me.
Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windybank and Gina.
Oh, that reminds me. I read Tachi to Indra and Tachi. Indra, I owe you an ara ara. When do you want it? I also owe Shasha one, I think. Or was it? I think it was Shasha. I owe. I'm not sure if I actually owe Indra one.
Good boy.
Oh, okay.
You've been investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case of Yard needs to investigate urgently.
That must be what Lord Strongboy meant by far more serious matters before.
So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine.
Come then, let us not waste any time.
Wait, Susato, aren't you supposed to have gone?
Bobby? Bobby, what you doing?
The police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it.
Okay.
Instructions from the Yard to examine every article in the shop and every legend book of accounts.
Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely.
We've been all at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're sifting through it all in shifts at least, but still. We'll be working through the night, that's for sure. And even then we'll have barely scratched the surface.
A crime in a pawnbroker's. That must be every policeman's worst nightmare.
It's every copper's worst nightmare, you know? A crime in a pawnbroker's.
Good.
Let's go in the back.
Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Gregsy said.
Let's go in.
Yeah, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door.
So, Indra, how long have you been here? Do you know what the situation is now? I know you were here like for a while, but I wasn't sure like if you saw the start of this or not. Like in terms of like when I started this case.
Mr. Windypink on the face down on the floor with Gina beside him.
As the accused's legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruhodo.
We must make a thorough investigation.
Yes, of course, and we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime.
Don't worry. If there are clues in there, I'll find them.
Mirin the background sound? Mirin? Mirin te nani? Mirin? Oh, Myron. Marin. Oh, I get it. Marin. Yeah, it's like listening to an audiobook. New location has been added. Poor Mr. Windybank. We now move to Windybank storeroom. Ah, thank yous. Thank yous. That's so nice of you to say. Aww. 16th of April, Windybank storeroom.
Poor Iris, she's clammed up completely.
Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windybank's life was taken in this very room only last night.
Oh!
Hello, Gregson. He rushes into the room, sees Iris about to cry, and just leaves. Wait, Inspector, come back!
What was it now, sunshine?
You took one look at me and tried to run away.
You think as a Scotland Yard inspector will run away from some jumped-up little defence lawyer, do ya? Well... I've never seen a ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I don't know what to say to her.
So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. Pain. I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector. Eh?
Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you?
Bruh! Bruh! This girl is sitting here being sad about someone dying, and he's like, at least you're not dead, right? A word of advice. This is one of the worst things you could possibly say in this situation. Please don't do it, okay? We clear? Don't do that. Offer consolation. But not like that. That is one of the worst things you can say to people who are in that situation. Don't do it. Actually. Seriously, formula. Okay. Moving on from that. I don't think that went very well.
Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, sunshine. I told you not to get under my feet.
I can smell the failure.
I can smell the failure. Smells like your feet after you haven't washed. After you come home from stomping in Beijing corn. Because you can't afford to walk. You can't afford shoes. Have to use Beijing corn cans. Because you failure. And we have investigating to do ourselves. Yes.
I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say.
Oh, Hurley.
And inquires to how Mr. Shum's operation is going.
Both shoes walking uphill both ways. Turn on the Wi-Fi again. It's broken. Breaks more often than your mind. When you try to compute 2 plus 2, result higher than your IQ.
Scene of the crime.
So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Pshaw, you've got ours, haven't you? Use them. It's what it looks like, nothing no more than this.
Iris, could you lend me a hand?
So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. A one and only door to this store was found locked from the inside.
So it was a locked room murder mystery.
Ow. Ow.
The lock appears to be broken now, though. What's that the police officer's doing?
Quite right, Mum, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in, as humbly as possible.
Oh?
As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thuswise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child.
Wow! He called her the vile gutter child. This man actually... He did a western quick draw out of nowhere.
Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector. That was rude.
Miss Lestrade, a hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world.
She's still alive, you know.
Yeah, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious.
I'm afraid to say she had the gun that was used in Anne.
No.
Presumably it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now.
In her pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What? The key to the storeroom?
And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector?
Alright. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid.
Good.
It's not always about the
Ooh.
Sometimes it's about the
I like that one. It's rarely used.
It's not always about the ooh.
Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. What about Sholmes? Sholmes is
Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
The thing is,
Don't mince your words, Inspector. Please.
You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well...
Out with it!
Yes, ma'am. Don't Susanna take down me, please. I use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing, renders a whole body insensitive.
The whole body anesthetized? Is that even possible?
It means the operation can complete it while the patient's fast asleep.
Goodness, in the Empire of Japan we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
Trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing if you follow my meaning. I couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for them to nod off, so I hear. And now that the op's finished, they can't get them to wake up, apparently.
Oh my.
No one knows this the anesthetic is still in the system, or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all I can do is stand back and watch until he comes round again.
Hurley.
The moment it opens his doors, ladyship, I swear I shall get word to you.
What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Jones has to do things his way. Let's start investigating. So there are a couple obvious things, but let's just go left to right. Let's start with this weird gramophone. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. That room is stuffed full of them.
I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look.
Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. Something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor. And the policeman shuffling around.
Not much I can do about that, sunshine.
Oh, that's this entire thing. Alright, let's look at the red chesty thingy first. Out of all the articles... Out of all the articles in this storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Ah! What is it, Iris?
That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in.
Oh,
Oh no.
Iris's unpublished story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this...
Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it without telling you. We must check inside the box at once.
Clearly it's gonna be empty.
Yes.
Ah! It was there! Iris's story was there! Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris?
Yes. I mean, of course I believed Hurley when he said he'd deposited here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it.
Really? Because that's not a very well hidden frown. The plot thickens. Why is she upset about it? I'm not sure. This is being very, very sus. Iris's manuscript has been entered into the court record. Can I read it? I'm trying to read it. It looks like it might be the Lorem Ipsum text. Like this right here looks like it might be elite. Hound of the Baskerville. Hound of the Baskervilles. How does Suzato-san know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm sorry. I also want to know the plot is very thick with this one. The police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line.
Poor Mr. Windybank. He was a nice old man.
Well, he was shot just once through the heart. Most likely a fellow door instantly. You wouldn't have felt a thing.
I don't think being shot through the heart is an instant death. Like in any situation. It's very, very fatal. Like it's definitely a mortal injury that you will die from very, very quickly. But I don't think it's an instant death because, you know, you still have the residual brain that was in your, like, stuff that was in your brain that's working. All that good stuff. Question mark. I'm curious. I'm gonna look that up later.
And you're too late, you give love a bad name. Aha! I may well be able to help with that.
You will.
There's nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Uno?
Excuse me? Oh, those are not the words that you want to hear from a 10-year-old. Technically, those are not the words you want to hear from anyone. But I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris.
No.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold.
There you have it, you see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes, what a scientific observation.
So you need this.
Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing?
Helen and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Don't bonk the 10-year-old who's like, my blood rushes at the... You should bonk the 10-year-old who's like, my blood rushes at the sight of blood. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? I love watching people get blown apart. The blood spatter's ever so pretty. If you're close enough, sometimes it even gets on you. It's the best. Sometimes in days like that, I don't even shower.
Why are you doing this?
Because you bonked me instead of her.
Watch.
Whoop. Whoop. Oh, it's blue now.
Why you like this?
The color of the bloodstain has changed.
There. Does it make sense now?
Yes, I think I'm starting to understand.
Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see. Yes, how wonderful! The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at in a flash. I'll do it again if you hurt it. Good. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Ginny would say it's bleeding great.
So, whose blood are we looking at then?
This must be Mr. Wendybank's blood.
Yes, this is where he was shot, so, this isn't hard to figure out.
This could turn out to be a very valuable clue.
Oh, now we can find out, like, other bloodstains, because obviously this is his. So now it's like, if we find other bloodstains and shoot them and they also turn blue, it's his blood there too. The blood analysis has been entered into the court record.
Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio.
Oh, this is like fingerprinting in the first game, but better.
As long as I have your agent left, sure. But now... Oh, this is like fingerprinting except for... Oh, that's cool.
I'm looking forward to collecting all of the bloodstains. It's like Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Okay. The only other thing to look up here is the gun.
Okay, I'll stretch.
I've been so tired this entire week that I like haven't been taking good care of myself.
Stretchy stretch. Good.
And remember, hydrate or die.
Thank you for taking care of me. I appreciate it. I have a drink here. I love drink this. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot.
Yay. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, they are fun.
If you have any others that you can think of that you would like me to add, let me know. Also, if you scroll all the way down, there's a super redeem where you can actually pick a game. It takes a long time to see about that much though. I should also add the thing that lets you like show off how many channel points you've stocked up. I'm gonna add that. I'll add that before next stream, I think.
This is a revolver. A real one.
And quite possibly a murder weapon used to take Mr. Windypink's life. Good job.
You discovered the obvious.
Good job. What's the matter, Susie? You and Runa look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past.
So, pro tip. If you find a gun in a restaurant or somewhere like if you find a gun in public on the floor, alert your closest like person for things. Oh, I can see the reward queue. Okay. So I did that one, I did that one, I did that one, I did that one, I did that one. I did... Yeah, I remember doing Inja's questioning. Okay, so I only owe Sasha. Okay. Also, if you request one, I do keep a log of it. So like I actually do have logs for like each of those. Like if I missed someone, I have a log of like, oh, I haven't done theirs yet.
But anyway, we saw Mr. Windybank with us yesterday, didn't we? I shall have to take my own life.
Don't do that.
It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked at the spy hole in the door of the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand.
Mr. Windypink told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired.
So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver.
I also want to do like a thingy where I can like give away chat points. I am like trying to figure out how to like do that. So we'll see. Okay, so we've investigated everything here.
All troops, move out. Good.
Can I show you the blood? Look, we found a blood. What do you have to say? Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think?
I don't take the Sheriff's Central, not the general public.
Gah. In that case, Gregsy, how about some herbal tea? Glug, 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 glug.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. I really hit the spot, your ladyship.
It's fun. It's just like you just go ask the people who you want to collab with, and then you coordinate the day. And like what you actually want to do. It's not too bad. You don't mind sharing that then. It can be a lot of work to get like everything to work together though. Okay, so it's not done. Oh, this place is so much fun. I'm just itching to dismantle that giant clock. That huge clock. Maybe there's stuff outside that we haven't investigated yet. Like, because I know I didn't like look at those sparkles on the floor. And I'm wondering if that's something. Okay, so let's start with the sparkles on the floor. There's the article ledger here, Mr. Winnebank's notes and... Huh? What's this? It looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind. Oh, look on the back. There's some writing.
Is there? Ooh, show us, Susie. Show us.
15th of February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited 1 gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid £1. Redemption deadline 15th of April, 10:30 p.m. Gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1? Clearly it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think...
Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday.
And is still wearing, which belonged to McGilded, actually. Never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though.
It seems Mr. Windybank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have on hand.
I thought I was looking at the sparkles. I didn't think I was going to go look at the desk, but okay. But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently.
Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier.
Of course. I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruto? Get it out. Alright. Let the cogs turn. Yes, they are. Wait, the way that they're doing this reminds me of the thingy that they showed us earlier. It must be a stereoscopic image. Hold on. I'm trying to like figure out how to get it to like to do the 3D effect. If you are not familiar, if you are able to go cross-eyed and you look at this, you will see something different. It's a very it'll like look different. It's a pretty cool effect. These are called stereoscopic images. They have machines that can help you do that without going cross-eyed yourself, but if you can manually go cross-eyed, you can It's like really hard for me to do it. But if you can do it, it looks very it has a very interesting effect. Yeah, if you make it smaller, it's easier. Yeah, it usually makes it look 3D. It's actually really cool.
I've got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret.
A secret? What does she mean?
You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really, really, really want to know?
Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about the spare photographs. So, Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here in Mr. Winnebeek's counter and the one Gina gave us before. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints?
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
It's really cool if you do it on this one. Like, I did it and it looked like the cat was turning the other way. Like, it looked different. It was very interesting.
Have another look at them now.
Like, the cat will look rounder because its body is, like, out on one side and it's, like, out on the other in the other picture. So if you, like, make it look 3D, it looks like a big fat cat. It looks amazing. It's really cool. I'm pausing here to see if you can get the illusion to work for yourself. It's kind of cool. Look, it'll look like the cat is hunched over. Or at least it looks like it to me. It's kind of weird.
Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
I think so. It's very subtle, though. But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints?
Oh, well, it's because they're a set, you see.
No, I don't.
This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
Stereoscope. What I feel as though I've heard that word before recently.
Oh, yes! That's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday. It's that thingy in the corner. You see? There it is, just over there.
Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch.
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions.
Oh, really?
Do you know how a pair of photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you. I do love explaining things.
She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating.
I, for one, simply have to know.
Yeah, so let's have a tutorial together. We can talk about how stereoscopic prints work and how to view them.
Have you ever considered, Rena, how our eyes see depth in the world around us?
Well, I just open them and it works.
But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
Two eyes?
Shocking fact. Discovery of the century. If you try closing just one at a time, I think you'll see straight away what you see with your left eye and what you see with your right eye are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly, and in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything that we see.
My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. Big brain mode. Nice.
Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints.
Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand.
And the stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that?
Yes, but as long as you have 2 images, 2 eyes, and 1 brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
You can?
Really? How do you do it? Let's talk even more. Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go.
Subson really loves this kind of thing.
You need to be able to cross your eyes, that's the main thing. Can you both do that?
Cross my eyes?
Watch me and see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this.
She looks so silly. Yes, 3D Aki. I could sew my eyes crossed. It would be great. It would be great for this. When I was rigging my eyes though, whenever I did this, people were like, oh my. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? There, how's that?
This scene is great. I need to take a screenshot of this. They both look so silly.
Wonderful. Now it's your turn now. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
Not exactly an easy task when 2 people are staring at you cross-eyed.
Alright, that's enough practice. And let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. You should see 2 overlapping images like this. Isn't this cool? You try it now, Bruno.
It's gonna have to give it a try, I suppose.
I see 2 cats right now. Do you see 2 cats?
Isn't this cool? The print's printed at 2 images for you. Now, the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then to try crossing your eyes again.
This is the hard part.
It can also hurt your eye. Like, it'll also hurt your eyes if you're not used to it.
It's really fun to do though.
The print should slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yeah! Miss Naruto, it works! I can see it in the middle now! It looks so real! Oh, I can look at it all day!
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start hurting.
Your turn, Runa.
I see like two cats like almost overlapping in the middle, but I can't get them to quite overlap. Looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly. Come on. They're like super close. Ah, I lost it. Let's do it again. I see 4 cats right now. I'm trying to get the... Oh my god. My eyes. I see 4 cats. But like the 2 in the middle are closer than the other 2. But I'm like... trying really hard to get them to like overlap. Get closer, darn you! Yeah, I can tilt my head side to side and like the cats move up and down. Like the 4 cats will move up and down. Oh, I almost had it. Come on! Go closer, you two! You're like right there. Come on, I see you. Touch each other. Go, kitties, go! Come on. Come on, kitties, I'm begging you. I see it. They're so close, but I can't get them to overlap. I see 4 cats. Oh, there it is! Yo! 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 No, they're drifting apart again. I got it! I got it! Yay! I can see the kitties! Yay! I did it too! Yay! Oh, this is cool. It makes a super big cat, and then like it looks like very color. It's like more color. Oh, this is so cool. Big cat. Oh, that was cool. This is it. I did it. Yay! Wholesome chat, playing mini games together. There, you managed it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. This is so fun. So, what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runa? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. It isn't. Like, I could get my eyes to, like, mid-cross, and it, like, took me so long to finish crossing my eyes until, like, the kitties actually overlapped. It was so much struggle. No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, it's right there. If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here, then set the pair of photographs in the stand at the back, and it's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works. Oh, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. Wow, big cat. I did it. I had to like back up and like do it from really far away. Like I couldn't cross my eyes close enough sitting on my laptop. Like it's also like not level with me since I had like a big screen, so I like had to back away to get it to like pop. and like finally get them merging. It was like I had to split my eyes so I could see. I originally saw 2 cats, and then I crossed my eyes and I saw 4 cats. But the 2 cats in the middle were closer than the 2 on the sides, and the 2 on the sides were the original cats. And then I had to like cross stare at the space between the 2 cats that were closer until like staring at the space with each eye like I was moving the left cat and the right cat by like moving my eyes closer together. It felt very strange, but it was also very, very cool. You had to move around a little bit. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. These little machines are so affordable. Surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. Iris has nothing to say. It's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. I have to agree, it is actually extremely cool. Stereoscopic pictures, I never even heard of them until yesterday. I've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. Doesn't matter. It's cool knowledge. It's like Ari's random fact of the day. You'll probably never actually have any relevance with the cool facts they give out, but they're still cool! Or at least I hope you think so. I don't know. Maybe you think they're not. The second white cat photograph has been entered into the court record. Oh, also, while we're still riding the high from yesterday, there's another one in here that you can do. Oh, it doesn't let me see it today. And it had different logic, I guess. Aww. Oh my god, whoa! What happened to the calendar? Holy crap! This is a strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday? Or blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Yeah, that calendar is pain peckle. I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it closed again. Oh yes, that's a folding stereoscope. Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Sholmes showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that, he used the great big contraption over there. Oh well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special soft-selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself. I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. Beat keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. That is such a weird comparison to make. What does that have to do with keeping your toilet clean? I'm just gonna move on. Oh, look here. Oh, there's the bullet. Yikes. Oh yes, a bullet hole, and I can still see the bullet is lodged in the wall. Presumably Mr. Windybank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Also, why is it April 16th now? Oh, well. Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Huh? I don't understand half of the things that they're saying anymore. How is drawing patriotic? Sorry? It's all there in the Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once! Forget that for now, Runa. Let's examine this bullet. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! This is where I come in. Let's get the color off of this. Oh, right. The blood changes to be the same color as the sample from the storeroom. We'll know that it's Mr. Windybank's blood. Exactly. Here we go then. I'm thinking it would be, like yellow for Sholmes' blood. Oh, it's green. Hmm. It's completely different to the color that Mr. Windyblink's blood turned in the analysis. It just goes to show things don't always go according to plan, do they? Nevertheless, we must add the sample to the results of the other blood analysis. Blood sample portfolios upgraded. That was very fun. I'm glad that we all got to do that together. That was actually super, super, super fun. Okay, also, when we looked at the first cat picture, like the second cat picture, they showed us the thingy, but there was like blood on it, and they didn't like point this out at all. Like they were too busy staring at the cat. Like, why are they not looking at this blood? Mr. Naruhodo, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I've noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wondered if Susato-san had picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. Just show this to her before we forget. White cat photograph 2's information has been updated in the court record. Iris, present! Thanks. Oh, that looks like blood. I would say it's from a gloved finger, almost certainly a glove made of leather. Oh, don't worry, Runo. You can leave the rest to me. It's purple. Look at that. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? We must simply add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. I'm pretty sure this is Mason's blood. Because this is the ticket that was for Sholmes' actual thing. And, like, the only opportunity that there would have been for blood to get on this, unless it's, like, when it was left in the bush or something. And, like, maybe Gina cut her finger getting it out. Like, that would be the only... Those two are the only people who would make sense for this. Because we know that this was... But wait, does it make sense for it to be Mason? Because we know that... Okay, so Beppo got the coat, and then he would have been given the return ticket at that time. So at that point, there wouldn't have been any blood on it. And then there's an unknown passage of time that's at least a day, and then Gina Lestrade came back and touched it after it was hidden there, like hidden in the bush. It wouldn't be well, who could it be in the entire court record? Obviously, it's not any of the people who we know here. It wouldn't make sense for it to be Windybank. Like, we know what color his blood is. Gina wasn't bleeding unless it was hers, like she pricked herself, but she didn't say anything about that, so I'm assuming, like, let's not assume that. We don't know anything about Eggert, so it's probably not him. It's not Gregson. It's not Mail. Yeah, the only two people it could possibly be would be either Mason or Gina, I would think. Because we know Windybank is blue. Huh. I don't know. Who do y'all think it is?
Well, this particular stain of blood.
Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you?
Do you know? Wait, what? Oh, they're actually gonna ask me. Okay. I didn't expect that. I was just going off on a tangent. I think I do. So I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction.
That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You first, Rena. Who do you think it belongs to?
Alright, I believe that this is the blood of... Oh, it's just gonna give me an option. Okay. Okay, so the fact that Mason is in here as an option at all makes me think it's closer to Mason. Because, like, you saw, I was just looking at the profiles, and Magnus and Mason weren't in there. I thought I was gonna, like, eventually have to present that, but I was just looking at, like, who's relevant to this case. But the fact that Mason is in here at all makes me think that it's probably him. But I don't understand how it's him, because the returner for this wasn't generated until after his death. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the series of events is Gina is hiding. She hears a thump, squeaks, yanks out, and on her way out, gets her hands covered in Mason's blood. Wait, I blanked out? What do you mean? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so just going back and covering the course of events. So, Gina was hiding. Thrice-fired Mason was killed. She heard his body go thumpy thump. So, she got yanked out, she screamed, and Magnus pulled her out. In the process of getting pulled out, she got her hands full of Thrice-fired Mason's blood. Because she looked down, noticed her hands were bloody, and then the other people who were sitting on top noticed it as well. And that was when they were like saying like, oh, his hands were covered in blood. It was actually Gina. Her hands were covered in blood. So at that point, he sent, like, they arrived, they took his body away. At this point, the only person who is bleeding is Mason. And then they were like, okay, so I'll let you out, but you need to, like... So then, after everyone left to call the cops, the driver was sent away by Magnus to go deposit his coat. He was told to come back with it, come back with a receipt for it, leave it in a bush, and then Gina would pick it up later. While they were solo, Magnus then told Gina, like, okay, here's how this is gonna go down. You're gonna wait here, get the stuff. If she hid there the whole time, then her hands would still have had blood on them. And that would be how Thrice-fired Mason's blood got on this. Okay, I think that makes sense. Let's try this. Thrice-fired Mason?
You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there.
Whoa, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course I'd never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. It was definitely Thrice-fired, though.
The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-fired Mason. That would mean that this bloodstain was left on the ticket 2 months ago.
Yes, I think it was.
Thinking. Gina brought this ticket here to Windy Banks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time. So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGildet was also wearing leather gloves that night.
Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding out from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached up to give the man a hand.
It certainly does look like a leather-gloved thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGildet had no injuries at the time anywhere in his body, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes.
Minus the corpy slip-ups, I hope.
Yes, I think you're right, Truno. Very
Very well. Let's make a note of this. The details of the pawnbroker's ticket for the coat have been updated in the court record. The blood analysis has been updated in the court record. Okay, I was right. I think I was right for the wrong reason, though. I think the simpler way that got there is the coachman came back with the ticket, handed it to McGilded, and when McGilded touched it with his gloves on, he left the blood print there. That was all. I made it more complicated than it actually was. Okay. Okay. That was bad. Okay. Let's see. I wonder if we can... I wonder if we should, show this to any... Let's see. Okay, so... Hospital is still in surgery. Gina is still in the prison. We don't need anything here. We don't need anything here. Okay, so I guess this means we still have to go back here. Because she's saying, if you let your concentration slip, you might miss what people say. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was the only other thing it could have been. But that is a supposition too far. It's not hinted anywhere, but there is a way for, as we said, for Thrice Mason's blood to get on there. But Gina's blood could only get on it if the bush had sharp nettles, and it wouldn't have been as much, I think. That's quite a bit of blood for, a bush to draw out of you. If it was smaller, potentially. But, if we look at it like this, that's a fair bit of blood. But I had said the same thing, that was my initial thought, was it only made sense for it to be one of those two. And it had to either be her or him, but... So it's not like it's a bad idea, it's just that it is more likely to be Thrice than hers. Because for it to be hers, we have to assume that the bush made her bleed for some reason. Because there's nothing else that would have injured her at that time. But we do know that Mason was bleeding all over the place because he got stabbed to death. So. Okay. Speaking of which... Greggy, do you know people's blood? No. Okay. So, we showed him this one, right? What if we show him this? Inspector, what do you make of this?
Oh, well, over here then. A redemption ticket for an Oracle depositor here, is it?
Hiya, Cake! Okay, I'm almost done for stream now. I just want to finish talking to Greg. Okay.
Looks like someone ran out of waffle stationer and wrote a ticket on whatever paper was to hand. Yup, this is a ticket for Mr. McGilded's overcoat, or one that little diver turned up with yesterday.
Oh, actually, no, it's not.
Really? Ain't you no better than me, do you?
Huh? I presented this one? But this, him? This is, what? No, I didn't mean to,
Bruno's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket.
Of course it isn't, of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So, what's all this about, then, if I might be so bold as to ask?
This is a second ticket.
A second one?
Seems that Mr. McGilded in fact had another article in storage here at Windybanks.
Is that right?
I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector. Oh good, because he's ever so easy to talk to.
The second ticket.
This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGillicud's overcoat. Eh? You mean to tell me?
Yes, there was more than just the music box sticks, it seems.
Should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly.
Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGillicud deposited another article here with Mr. Windybank.
Yeah, I can see it written here. Small box, was it?
Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGillicud. It could be an important clue.
Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Please stop looking at them with me with those big turquoise eyes all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose me marbles, I will. I'll go barking.
Bruh. Are you... This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector.
That's enough sauce from you, sunshine. Where's the sauce? There's one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it?
Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months.
So the small box will no longer be in here then.
That's right. It's been forfeited.
Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale. Yeah, the shelves in the front. Let's search them at once.
You're wasting your time.
Oh?
There are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. You can't possibly know which one might have been McGillicud's. And information's not written in a ledger.
Gah. Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case.
Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure.
This is getting old. The Simpmaster 9000.
Dong, dong, cuckoo, cuckoo. Come on. I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How could Mr. Windybank set such a wicked trap?
I doubt he set out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind.
Okie dokie. Don't you remember, Runo? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer.
Really? Did I say that?
Yes, you did. Yes. Yes, you did.
The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we'd better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Alright, we'll save here for today. That was fun. I'm glad that we got to play together and do like the stereoscopic thing together as a stream. That was cool. I want to do more fun stuff like that together. Or playing like murder mysteries and we can like solve them together. I think that's fun. Or like scary games. I'm thinking I might, for April Fool's, like just switch out the rhythm game stream for like a scary game stream or something. Like you thought it was rhythm games, but no! I don't know. Kind of want to do like a one-off fun thing. Alright. Thanks everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream today. I've actually got to run, so I would usually drop you off with someone like by rating, but oh, I might look into that then. Yeah, I would usually drop you off, but it looks like none of my friends are actually streaming right now. So in that case, yeah, I'll just stop stream. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Yeah, these are super fun. I enjoy these. Though once I finish the 5th case, I'm probably going to drop this out for Somnium Files because someone paid the channel points to have me play that, so I'll be doing that. Alright. A random hobby streamer? Or a random streamer in general. Oh, I see a like supposition that there's someone who's doing like a birthday sub that has like a ton of stuff. Could drop you there. Have a good rest of your day. They're playing Monster Hunter World though. They look kind of cute. Okay. Thank yous. I'll go ahead and read. Wow, I had so many people here. Thank yous. Alright, have fun. Thanks everyone. See you around.
Have a good nap.